Hello, everybody. My name is Rich Moffitt, admissions representative at Northwood University, and welcome to our 2023 Northwood University student panel. We have an incredible group of students who are with us today who are going to share their experiences at Northwood University and give you some insight on their transition to the college life. And so we're going to start things off by having our panel introduce themselves. Panel, we'd like you to tell us what high school you're from, what you're majoring in, and also what clubs and organizations that you're involved with. And so we will start out with Caden Shermer.
Hello, my name's Caden. I'm from Oscoda, Michigan. I'm a freshman here at Northwood. I'm going into business marketing and I'm on the football team.
All right, thank you. All right, Campbell.
Okay, I am Campbell. I'm from Marquette, Michigan. I graduated from Marquette Senior High School in 2021. I'm majoring in healthcare management, and I'm in the new SHMO, we call it. It's the Northwood University Student Healthcare Management Organization Club. And I play on the women's tennis team as well.
All right, thank you, Campbell. Our next panel member is Trinity Birch.
Hi, my name is Trinity. I'm a freshman from St. Charles, Michigan. I graduated from St. Charles High School. I'm currently in the major of fashion merchandising and marketing. I'm on the BBA/MBA track. I'm involved in the signature events team. I'm on the cheer team, and I'm employed at the admissions office on campus.
Thank you, Trinity. And our last panel member is Molly Dickinson.
Hello, everyone. My name is Molly Dickinson. I graduated from Alpena High School in 2020. I major in entrepreneurship, and I am also on the BBA/MBA track, so this is my third year in that. I am on the cross-country and track teams, and I'm also involved in collegiate tech.
All right, thank you, Molly. So first question to all of you, as you were looking at various schools, what was it about Northwood University that attracted you to obviously attend school here? And Campbell, let's start out with you.
I was attracted to Northwood from the beginning because of my major, the healthcare management major, but I also came down to try out, like have a meeting with the tennis coach, and instantly I met so many friendly people. I loved the coach and the atmosphere seemed amazing, so I committed not too long after I visited Northwood, and I've loved it ever since.
All right, thank you. Trinity.
Yeah, so what attracted me to Northwood was obviously fashion merchandising and marketing. That major stood out to me. And the BBA/MBA track, just being able to get 2 degrees in 4 years was really appealing because if I'm already going to go to school for 4 years, I might as well get 2 degrees out of it.
Fantastic. Molly.
Actually attended Northwood's lab camp, the Learning About Business camp, in the summer, going into my senior year of high school. So going on campus for that really introduced me to what campus life was like because we got to live on campus. We got to meet with some of the professors here at Northwood. So I could see myself actually becoming a student at Northwood University. I loved the small campus feel. We're tucked in the trees, so that's really reminds me of home. And as soon as I stepped onto campus and met with the cross-country and track teams, my senior year on my visit, I just knew that I wanted to call Northwood home because so many friendly faces on campus.
Thank you. And Caden.
So for me personally, besides the football side of it, I really like the size of campus and the size of the classes. Every teacher knows your name, and I liked hearing that because a lot of other big schools, you're just a number in the classroom, and here you really get to know your professors and they help you out.
Thank you. So next question from our panel. What is it about Northwood's professors that makes them special? What's about Northwood's professors, your experience in the classroom, you know, the Northwood experience? What is it that makes them special? Trinity, let's start out with you on this one.
Yeah, so the thing that I really like about my professors is that they all have real world industry experience. So not only are they teaching us stuff from a textbook, but they have their life experiences to back it up, and they're able to show us exactly what we're going to use in everyday life as we go into the business world. So it's really beneficial since they can back it up with real life examples.
Thank you. Campbell?
I like them because they're very personable. You get to know them on just like not just as your teacher, but as a person too. I have a couple of my professors, I literally can send them a text and they will answer in 2 seconds. Super easy to set up a meeting with them. They're very helpful. They want you to succeed. They, like Kaden said, like you're not just a number in a classroom. You actually learn about them, you learn with them, and they want you to succeed, and they will help you in every way.
All right. Thank you, Campbell. Molly?
And Campbell have been saying, the professors are very, very personable and they come in with plenty of industry experience. And another thing to jump on top of that, when you're walking around, let's say you had them, took one of their classes in the past, they still remember you and they'll ask you. I just had my business law professor ask me how I was doing. He was asking me if I had started my business yet. And they genuinely want to see you succeed. So anytime you have a question, they're going to ask if you need any help, and they're going to be right there with you every step of the way.
Fantastic. Kaden?
Yeah, I already kind of touched on it, but I know that every teacher that I needed extra help in their class, they've been more than willing to help me, rather with their office hours, before the class, after the class. That's really helped me understand what's going on during their class time.
All right. So our next question comes from a student in the Metro Detroit area. What 2 skills have most helped you to be successful in college? What 2 skills have helped you to be most successful in college? Molly, let's start out with you on this one.
All right. I would say first and foremost, having some grit. It's going to, sometimes there might be a class that you might struggle a little bit with. And that grit and knowing that even if you had studied all night long and the test didn't go quite as well as you wanted to, showing up and going the next day asking help from your professors, because once again they're willing to help you and they want you to genuinely succeed. But also being outgoing, making some new friends, joining new clubs. That's really going to help you to adjust from living at home to living on campus.
All right. Campbell?
2 skills that have helped me are definitely time management. That's huge, and also kind of what Molly said, like networking, because there's millions of opportunities here. There's tons of people to meet. Like people say, it's not about like what you know. Sometimes it's about who you know. And Northwood is huge on networking and building relationships.
Kaden?
Yeah, I mean, they kind of already hit on everything. I mean, I'd say the biggest one for me is time management personally, just between like athletics and everything. I was never a big planner, but once I got here, you kind of have to be to make sure you have all your classwork done and everything in a row on time.
All right. Trinity?
Yeah, I mean, time management is just so crucial, especially being on that BBA MBA track, learning how to balance all those classes as well as having a social life and possibly having time for work. That's been super important, as well as just having perseverance with everything, because college can get really stressful at times. So it's important to just keep pushing to get through it, because it'll get better.
Okay. So you talked a little bit about stress, and I think everybody deals with stress, obviously in college. How much work is there? I know that's always a big question I have as I travel around the state. You know, what's the difference between high school and college? Trinity, you're up. You want to start with that one?
Yeah, so the biggest difference, especially for me, I know in high school, I didn't have to do a ton of homework just because most of it was done in the classroom, whereas in college, most of your homework is done outside of the classroom. So when you're at school, when you're in class, you're learning and you're listening to your professor and talking with them. But then when you go home, it's your responsibility to be doing your work. And so really understanding that difference is super important because I do way more homework now than I ever did in high school.
Okay. Caden from Oscoda.
Yeah, it's the same for me for sure. I mean, I did not do any homework outside the classroom really, and now that's like she said, all it is. I don't know if I've done any homework in class yet. I only really been here this is my second semester, but a lot of it's out of the classroom, so it takes a lot of time.
Okay. Campbell?
It's a lot of work, especially if you do play a sport and have clubs. They say you're supposed to spend like 2 hours on homework for every credit in the class. So if you're taking like a 4 credit class, you're supposed to spend 8 hours a week doing that homework for that class, just that class. And some people take like I have 6 classes, so that can be a lot of time. But it's not just physical, like it's mental too. You have to work on your mental toughness in order to get everything done too. Those late nights writing papers at like midnight, it sucks, but you know you just have to do it. And you have a goal, you want to get that degree. So it's worth it in the end, I swear.
Thank you. Molly?
So I'll answer this question in a little bit of a different way. I do also agree that I've had a little bit more homework than I did in high school. But one of my, actually 2 of my classes last semester, they were very reading intensive. Your professor might assign you to do homework, especially in the ethics course, where you have to make sure that you are reading the textbooks that they assign you, and then also actively taking notes. And reading those textbooks certainly can take a lot of time, especially if the readings are not from the 21st century. So making sure that you have plenty of time to dedicate to that, because some of our readings were from Aristotle, for example, and those definitely take a little bit more time to get through. So making sure that you have that, and then I would add making sure that you use your planner. That has definitely helped me out to make sure that I have the ability to cross off my assignments, and it is the best feeling ever to cross off a paper that you had to write or a 40-page reading that you had to do.
All right, thank you. Hey, our next question comes from Doug in Harrison, Michigan. How would you describe the culture at Northwood University? How would you describe the culture? Campbell, let's start with you.
I would say it's really diverse. For my tennis team, for example, last year I was the only American on the team. We have people from like India, Greece, Russia, Ukraine, Czechoslovakia. There's people from all over. So I honestly get a lot of like learning about different cultures just through that. But imagine this whole school, like there's people from all over the world. It is so awesome to learn all those things.
All right, great answer. Molly.
I would also jump in the same boat with Campbell here. Very diverse. Last year, I had the opportunity to live with an international student, and then we also had an exchange student with us who was just with us for the semester, and it was so neat to learn from their experiences. But I would also note that we have a very friendly culture, and once you come onto campus, a lot of the people that you meet your first week, you will keep running into them on campus throughout your time at Northwood. So we're very friendly, and it's really nice to see familiar faces all the time and wave to everyone as we're walking around campus.
All right, Trinity.
Yeah, definitely the culture is very close-knit. Once you, like Molly said, when you meet those people, you're going to see them all the time, and those are going to be people you want to surround yourself with. And it's just really inviting because you feel like you've got this family of people who, you know, when you graduate, they're going to be your connections, and it makes that networking all the easier since everybody's doing it together. So.
All right, Caden.
Yeah, I'd say everything's really close and bonded together, from your peers to your teachers. Everyone knows everyone. Everyone's really helpful and nice.
All right, thank you. So we have a question from Nicholas. How would you describe the dorms and apartments living on campus? Just a show of hands. And I know, Trinity, you're of that. But how many of you are living in Du Bois or Minor Hall? Show of hands. And how many of you are living in North Village? All right. So let's start out with Caden. You're living in Du Bois Hall. How would you describe the dorms?
I mean, I've seen some of my other buddies' dorms at other colleges, and a freshman dorm is never going to be anything super exciting by any means. But one thing I would say is it's an experience that super fun experience that I'd probably never want to do again, because you get to meet everyone and it's really close with everyone, but you want to get into the nicer upperclassmen dorms for sure.
All right. And Campbell, you're in North Village, right?
Yep, I'm at North.
How would you describe your apartment?
I love it. My roommates and I live in a 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom one, and my roommates and I call it our penthouse. And I really like them. I was so jealous of the people that lived here last year. I was in the dorms last year in minor, but I put this as my first choice on my housing contract and luckily got it. But it is so like new. It feels renovated. It doesn't feel like a dirty like school apartment. Like they are really nice. They're modern. The kitchens are beautiful. The rooms aren't that small, but yeah, I recommend living at North.
Okay. So Molly,
Yeah, so just like Campbell said, I love living at North. This is my second year here. The apartments are very nice. They are renovated, and anytime something is broken, we can call maintenance and they will come in and fix it for us, which we certainly appreciate. There's laundry on all of the floors, which we love. There's a dining option, the bistro. We love having the full kitchen with a dishwasher that comes in so much handy. So I genuinely love living here.
all right. So here's our next question. What were you most afraid of or concerned about when you started college? Trinity, I'm going to start with you on this one.
Yeah, so I was so nervous that I wasn't going to make friends or meet everyone, especially because I don't actually live on campus. I was so nervous about meeting people, but I learned really quickly that that was not the case. I met people from day one that I ended up bonding with in my classes and on my cheer team and at my job and all this different stuff. There's so many different ways to get involved on campus, and so that fear was kind of put to rest pretty quickly.
All right, Campbell.
Yeah, me too. I was scared I wasn't gonna make any friends because, in your hometown you grow up going to school with the same people, and I was the only person from my high school that came to Northwood. So I was a little nervous, and me and my roommate from last year, we only texted on like social media. So I was hoping like I wouldn't get like a weird roommate and I'd hate them and have to switch out, but she's one of my best friends. We hang out every single day. She lives next door to me now, and like my roommates now. I didn't know them last year, and I was totally put into this apartment blindly. But they're my best friends now, and everybody at Northwood is so friendly. I haven't had any problems here in that way at all.
So Molly, what were you most concerned about or afraid of?
I'd say I was most nervous to be homesick. So I came in the fall of 2020. So we did not have roommates. We only had a suite mate. So I was a little bit apprehensive about that just because we didn't have quite as many social opportunities just because we were trying to social distance. So I was really nervous that I was going to be homesick, but I did reach out and I made friends. And if I had any advice, it would be to make those connections, get networking, because that's going to distract you from that homesickness, and make sure that you call your friends and your family back home because I'm sure they miss you, and that will keep you in touch with them.
All right. And Caden, what was your biggest concern?
Mine personally was going to be managing everything. So once again, time management. And I found out quickly that it's not bad if you stay on top of it. So I was never someone that planned by put notes in my phone, or you just got to stay on top of the work and anything else that you're in on campus, like a team, a sports team, or a group, or a job. You got to make sure you have all that and your homework done on time.
All right. So show of hands from our panel. How many of you have a campus job? How many of you have a campus job? And so Trinity, why don't you explain what you do with your campus job and why would you suggest other students to get employment at Northwood?
Yeah, so I work in admissions. I'm a student ambassador. So a couple things that I do. My time is split between giving tours to prospective students, as well as I work in the office. So I plan fun things like the open houses that, because we have a fall, a winter, and a spring open house. I get to plan all the little details of that, which I enjoy. But the best part about working my job is not only do I get to meet people, but it really helps to build my resume, and it gives me more experiences just in the workplace, what it's like in an office, and doing the things that I do, as well as it gets me involved on campus, and it's always great to make money to put towards my tuition as well. So I highly recommend, for if you've got time, you want to make some extra money, but you also want to hone in on those skills that you know you're going to need in the future to get an on-campus job.
All right, thank you. Caden?
Yeah, so I actually do the same thing. I do tours for Northwood, and I really like it because all it is, they send you a text if, hey, can you do this tour at this time, and it's rather yes or no. So everything, they work with you on your schedule because obviously they know that you are very busy. And so if you can fit it in, you can fit it in, and that's what I find really nice about it.
All right, thank you. So two of our students from our panel have had internships or will have an internship. Molly, do you want to describe your internship opportunities that you have?
Certainly. So this will be my, oh goodness, this is going to be my fourth summer working at a local State Farm office in my hometown. So I actually landed the internship when I was just graduating high school. So my now boss had reached out to me. And then I actually used that going into my sophomore year of college as my internship credit. And as a BBA, MBA student, you do need to make sure that you get an internship credit while you're at Northwood. So I decided to do that. A little bit about my internship. So I actually am an accounts representative. So I work in billing, and I've been using my skills developed at Northwood for things such as customer service, answering the phones, and then my boss also has me work on being like the front desk receptionist, essentially. So I have learned so much from my office manager, from my boss. I have listened to how the sales team pitches when they're doing quotes. So that's interesting to sit with them. And then also from the service team, just learning how they interact with our current clients and clients who could be coming into our office. It's really a neat experience to be using what I have learned in the classroom and combining that with what I've learned at work and using those to benefit me both in the classroom and at work.
Campbell, I know that you have an internship. Do you want to share your opportunity?
Yeah, so I met with, well, part of the class I was in last semester is called Economics of Healthcare with Lisa Bacon. One of the requirements of the class is to have a meeting with her one-on-one and to like discuss we have a thing called a development plan, and it's like 40 pages that you work on over 4 years while you're like earning this degree. So she like asked me, she's like, are you interested in an internship? I was like, yeah, I've been looking. She's like, okay, like where would you want it? Like, let's look up some options. So we looked at some options, and I actually have some family in Green Bay, Wisconsin, where my internship is this summer. So I'm gonna be living there for a while. But she got me their information, this company. There's an internship opening. She's like, go apply, go visit, go do whatever. So over winter break, I went to Green Bay for a week, and I met with this company. I loved it. This company is owned by a hospital, Bell Health in Green Bay. And what they do, they have a bunch of homes for disabled people. And what I would be doing is like traveling to the different homes in Wisconsin and helping like manage and coordinate them, make sure they're following like their care plans, the laws, all that different kind of stuff, learning how to just manage different clinics and companies. So I'm really excited. It was a great opportunity. Like I said, the professors will help you. All you have to do is ask. But I'm thankful enough for Lisa Bacon that she was a big part in helping me get that internship.
All right, thank you. All right, to lighten things up, what is your favorite ice cream. Your favorite ice cream. Let's go to Caden Shermer.
I'd have to say probably like cookie dough for sure.
For sure. All right, Campbell.
Mine is raspberry cheesecake.
Molly.
I really like moose tracks.
Trinity.
I like mint chocolate chip. That's a good one.
Mint chocolate chip, one of my favorites too. So you've been on campus for some of you 3 years, for some of you a year. What is it about the Midland community that you like the most? Let's start out with Molly.
I love how friendly everyone is, and I also love when I am driving around, running around, because for our practices on the cross country and track teams, we get to run around Midland. It's just absolutely beautiful. There's the flowers that are lining Eastman in the spring and the summer, which are absolutely beautiful. They really keep up well with the trees. So it's just absolutely gorgeous. You can walk around, and it's a very safe and welcoming environment.
All right. Trinity.
Yeah, what I love about the Midland community is how willing everybody is to help out with different events and things. So I'm on the Northwood University Fashion Showcase. I'm assistant to the chairwoman, and so I've been dealing a lot with contacting businesses about helping out with our show in any way that they can. And everybody is just so excited to help, especially Northwood students, because they understand why we go to Northwood and why we're doing what we're doing. And they're so excited to be a part of it. And I think that's amazing because you see it with every event we do, whether it's fashion showcase or auto show. Yeah.
The support is incredible. Campbell.
Yeah, the support is incredible and everyone is so nice. I'm going to use an example. The other day, actually on Wednesday, I got in a really bad car accident on the corner of Wackerly and Eastman. On my way home from tennis practice, I totaled my car. It's gone. I don't have a car anymore. But right when that happened, I had like 5 people stop and come up to me, ask me if I'm okay, ask me if I need anything. And then while I was waiting for the cops and my coach to come, I was with my teammates. I had to call my coach to come pick us up. We're waiting inside the gas station, and the gas station workers are like, grab like a snack and drink, like it's okay. Do you need anything? We can call you a cab if you need a ride somewhere. And everyone was so welcoming and comforting, and that's just everybody in Midland. They're so nice.
You're okay now, though, right?
I'm okay. I did hurt my back though. I wasn't cleared to play tennis on Thursday or Friday, but I'm clear now. And my teammate, she had bruises all up and down her legs. They're all black and blue from hitting the dashboard. The truck hit us going 50 miles per hour. So it was pretty intense, but no one got seriously injured, so thank God for that.
All right. Caden.
Yeah, so I haven't been here for long, but from what I've observed, everyone's super friendly everywhere I go, even if I just simply stopping for gas or going out somewhere to eat. Everyone seems super nice and welcoming and pretty easy to talk to. Always willing to help.
Fantastic. So our next question is, what has been the biggest challenge for living by yourself? And I guess, Trinity, at the same point, because you're on your own quite a bit. So what has been your biggest challenge being on your own? So Molly, let's start out with you.
All right. I would say, on my own. Well, I would say this year we decided that we wanted to try cooking and taking on that role. So luckily I had learned how to cook when I was still at home. But my roommates and I all decided that we wanted to try cooking together. So just making sure that you have enough time to make sure that you can cook a hearty meal, do your laundry, clean your apartment. So we clean our apartment on Sundays and just spend an hour doing that. So just the time management with that.
Caden.
For me, I'd say my laundry. It's not as easy as just having your mom go and do your laundry, and if you need something to wear the week, you got to make sure you do your laundry. So that's it for me.
All right, Trinity.
Yeah, so even though I don't live at Northwood, I'm on my own a lot. I'm taking care of business, and I think a big part of that is learning how to be independent. And because nobody's going to be constantly hounding you about if you got your assignments done, if you know, like Katie said, if you got your laundry done, and just doing the basic things that we don't usually do as high school students. Now, being in college, these are things you have to do on the daily, and so learning that responsibility has kind of it's been fun, and I actually enjoy being independent and taking care of business.
All right, Campbell.
You learn really fast that no one is gonna cater to you, no one's gonna do your laundry for you, no one's gonna cook for you. You have to do everything by yourself. Learning how to be independent, especially now, it sucks because I don't have a car, so I have to plan out how to get to the grocery store. I have to walk to all my classes now from North, and it kind of is upsetting sometimes, like especially if you're sick or not feeling well, you can't just like go home and have your mom bring you some soup. Like you have to just fend for yourself, but you learn how to do it.
All right, so out of our students, how many of you, show of hands, are in the BBA MBA program, where you can learn a bachelor's in 3 years and your master's in 4? Molly, what has been the biggest challenge for you being in the BBA MBA program?
Oh, that's an excellent question. So I would say the biggest challenge, I think it would be with taking 6 classes at once. So if I'm texting my friends and they'll tell me that they have maybe 4 or 5 classes versus I'm taking 6 because right now I believe I have 18 credits right now of classwork. So just making sure that you have the time to dedicate to all of your assignments, to all of your readings, and get prepared for class. That would be my biggest challenge.
Okay. Trinity, what's been the biggest challenge for you?
Yeah, so definitely, because I also have 6 classes right now. So the biggest challenge is not only just having enough time to do your classwork, but also trying to fit in like a social life and also working and just everything else that you have to do, because time is valuable, and you learn that really quickly when you have that many classes. And so it can be difficult to try to find a balance so that you're not always doing schoolwork and that you're doing things that make you happy on the side too.
All right. So here's our last question for our panel, unless we get another one that rolls in. Tell us about something that you've discovered about yourself while you've been in college. What is something that you've discovered about yourself while you've been in college? Tough question here. Let's start out with Molly.
I would say I've learned that I am very independent. I think I have these qualities just underneath, even when I was back living at home. But just as we've talked about, doing things yourself, such as your laundry, your cooking, your cleaning, and then also just making sure that I am in charge of my schedule. So that's really the biggest thing I've learned. And I do enjoy the independence. It's fun.
Okay. Trinity.
Something kind of small that I learned about myself that I didn't quite know is that I really enjoy management. So I had a management class my first semester, and I absolutely fell in love with it. I love everything to do with management, and that kind of is steering me in the direction I want to take my career. So I'm super excited to keep exploring management.
Outstanding. Campbell.
I learned that I'm capable of so much more than I thought. Like being a student athlete is crazy because you have to push yourself to the limit like every day in matches and practices, but also come home and do all of your homework. And I've probably 2 years ago, I would not be this capable of what I do now. But yeah, being in college, being a student athlete, being in a club, it's not for the weak by any means.
All right. Hayden.
I learned that I can accomplish a lot when I got here. Like I said, I really started planning my days out, being like an athlete, having class, having to do everything. I learned that I can get a lot done in a little amount of time, which helped me.
Okay. So thank you to our panel. You guys were fantastic. I appreciate you taking time out of your day to join our presentation. If you have a question out there, please email us at admissions@northwood.edu, and either myself or somebody will definitely get back to you. Also, on February 11th, we have an open house. This is, as of right now, we have close to 90 students who will be at our open house. We're hoping to get up well over 100. And so if you're interested, Heidi has shared the link in the chat box. Please join us. Should be a fantastic event. It begins at 9 a.m. and ends at noon. We have a variety of activities for you. So on behalf of Northwood University, on behalf of our admissions team, thank you for your time and have a great evening. Thank you. Thank you to our panel.